Here's my friend Pong making beautiful chanang, offerings to the gods for a very special ceremony called Galongan. In Bali, religion is central to many arts activities. Both religion and art embody the values that Balinese people hold dear: balance, harmony and respect of the gods. In both secular and the sacred, there is a circular progression from art to offering and back to nature again. Balinese religion is a mixture of Hinduism, Buddhism and animism, and most importantly, ancestral worship. This treasuring of Balinese history and the emphasis on ancestral worship is crucial for the present and future well-being of the individual, family and extended community known as the Banjar, the heartfelt nucleus on the Balinese spiritual map. However, these ancient traditions are not to be confused with the clinging to past ways of life. These ghosts are continually held in a dialogue through a theatre with a higher purpose and inclusive definitions of audience. Performed by at least 3 performers, nearly always men, Topeng is a masked genre featuring specific characters who enact tales from the Babad, the Balinese spiritual history and chronology. One performer will always perform prayers before the performance. This will ensure success, the visitation of the gods from the ancestral home. During a ceremony, so much is happening at once. This is a house temple ceremony, and as you can see, nobody's really watching the performance anyway. But that's not the efficacy or the point of the ritual. And here we see a dalang, puppet performance that is happening simultaneously to the Topeng performance. Amidst the chaos of several performances happening at once, there is an order of events, and in order to serve religious purposes, these performances must happen in a specific sequence to make the ceremonies and rituals complete, in accordance with other non-performative activities that are happening in the temple, principally the praying rituals of the priest. Topeng performances are held in the temple as part of a ceremony at a particular moment on the Balinese calendar, which is a 210-day calendar, and this marks a significant time of transition or renewal, and in this sense they represent potential spaces. When the performance begins, the Panglembar come in, and they are the introductory characters. All enter through the langsay, the curtain, separating the seen world, Sikala, and the unseen, sacred world of the gods, Niskala. The langsay is a kind of membrane between the everyday and the extraordinary, the invisible. First to enter is Topeng Keras, the strong Prime Minister. This is the dance I am learning. This mask demands the most physicality of the Topeng collection. Usually the second character to enter is Topeng Tua, the old man. He's a really popular character with the audience, although many dancers find him quite boring to play. Then the 2 brothers enter. This one claims to be really clever and important. But it is this brother, the stupid-looking one, who actually gives the audience the message. The characters of Topeng serve literally as the traditional channel by which Hindu and ancestral philosophy and mythical acts are communicated. Apart from the structure and order of entrances, the entire performance is improvised, not dissimilar to Commedia dell'arte. The king never speaks. His movements are typically slow and refined to show his high status. And then the clowns enter, the bondres. Everybody loves the bondres. They have the ability to banter about the issues of the day, contemporising events that happened hundreds of years ago, making fun of everyone from priests to tourists. Topeng tells the story of the Balinese through movement, song and dance, and it's a genre based on multiple voices and viewpoints, plural languages, obsessive quotation, pastiche etymology, and always imbued with a flavour of fragmented parody, where culture, histories and languages theatrically converge. Finally, the character of Sida Karya will perform. My teacher, Ida Bagus Alit, is a master of this mask, revered on the whole of the island as one of the best at performing Sida Karya. To perform this mask takes exceptional skill, as the expectation of the performer goes way beyond technique. The performer of this mask must be highly versed in the Babad stories and also religiously educated and spiritually accomplished. What is important is that he is seen as an educator and mediator of the divine. One analogy might be that if in the physical world the sun gives light and life, without it the world would perish. The sun never descends to the physical world and we cannot approach it or it would consume us. So if you were to hold a mirror to the sun, the light would be captured in its image and apparent, but the sun is not actually in the mirror just reflects the light outward. The spiritual analogy is that the manifestations of the divine educators are like the most polished mirrors, who reflect divine light, and through them humanity comes to know the gods and the ancestors' will and purpose on earth. Thus, the function of this frightening mask is to indicate the completion and success of the ritual and to instill these messages.